Hello, good morning and welcome to today's episode of True Potential's Morning Markets. So in today's episode, we're going to cover off asset market performance from yesterday and then also give you a review and an update on some of the key data points and bits of information that was released yesterday. So as promised, starting with asset market performance, if we think about equities and how they performed yesterday, and starting closer to home in Europe and in the UK, equities performed fairly strongly yesterday with, depending on what index you look at, performance being up roughly 1 to 1.5%. If we turn our attention over into the US last night for trading, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, so the more tech-orientated indices, performed better than the Dow Jones 30 off the back of the strong performance we've seen in the communication services sector. Moving our attention into trading this morning for Asian markets roughly flat, so not a lot happening over there. Then if we think about what's happening in commodity markets, we've seen the oil price, so the amount per barrel of oil, increase to $120 now, and that's following the decision from Saudi Arabia to increase the price that it's willing to sell its barrels into European and also into Asian markets. Now, what's been the reaction of that? Well, we've seen bond yields move higher, so investors once again thinking about that path of inflation and the retrospective monetary policy action that we might see as a result. So if we think about the US 10-year Treasury, it's once again breached that 3% yield mark yesterday. Now, if we move into some of the key data points from yesterday, if we think about what happened in Australia, so the central bank had its monetary policy meeting where it's thinking about how it wants to set its policy going forward. Now, what we witnessed was a 50 basis point increase, which is the highest that we've seen in 22 years in Australia. What happened was that market had priced in 25, so when it delivered 50, it was a bit of a shock and unexpected to the market. And as a result, we've seen both yields in Australia, so government bond yields move higher, and also weakness in the equity market, so it fell roughly 1.5% last night. Thinking about rhetoric that came out from the bank yesterday, they talked about, and it's what we've seen similar from other central banks such as the ECB and the Fed, talked about wanting to normalise monetary policy, so get interest rates higher from where they are now, change that ultra-loose policy into something slightly more restrictive as they look to combat the higher inflationary pressures that we've witnessed so far this year. Now, obviously, the key thing that happened over here closer to home in the UK was Prime Minister Boris Johnson faced a vote of no confidence, which he ended up winning at a count of 211 votes for him versus 148 against. That works out at roughly a 59% majority his way. That is a lower victory than what Theresa May faced when she faced her own vote of no confidence. Now, really what we're focusing here at True Potential is what's the impact on asset markets, and really the main place where the vote has showed up is within currency markets, so in sterling. And what we've seen this morning at open is sterling down against the US dollar roughly 0.5% and roughly 0.4% weaker against the euro. So that's everything from today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.